So in today's lecture, I will be doing classification of the PD of the second order into two variables along with the reduce the equation tau square z upon tau x square is equal to x square tau square z into tau square z upon tau y square in canonical form. Okay. So let us start with this. Okay. So now classification of PD of second order in two variables. Okay. Now it has 6 steps. The step 1 is what? Consider a general PD of second order in two variables, that is R and R. Okay. Then comes plus S plus T small t plus f of x comma y comma z comma p comma q is equal to 0, where these capital R, these capital S and capital T are continuous functions. Okay, so this R, S, T are continuous function. And what about this small r, small s and small t? What are they? Let us see in the next page. Small r is nothing but tau square u upon tau x square. S is nothing but tau square u upon tau x into tau y, and t is equal to nothing but tau square u upon tau y square. So basically this is nothing but with respect to x only, this r. Okay, and s is with respect to x and y both, and t has both t is only with respect to y. Okay, we are differentiating only with respect to y, this t. Then the PD, that is partial differential equation, is said to be hyperbolic. Now when a PD, that is partial differential equation, is said to be hyperbolic at a point x comma y in D if s square minus 4rt is greater than 0. If this equation is greater than 0, then it is hyperbolic. And if this equation, suppose same equation, if it is equal to 0, it will be parabolic. Okay, parabolic at point x comma y in D is s square minus s 4r t is equal to 0. If this equation is equal to 0, then it is parabolic. Next is elliptic. Let us see what is elliptic. Elliptic at a point x comma y in D if s square minus 4rt is less than 0. If the equation is less than 0, then it is elliptic. So step number 2 is what? So this was first I taught you all the idea how to identify whether it is parabolic, hyperbolic or elliptic. Then next is the step to write a quadratic equation r lambda square plus s lambda plus t is equal to 0. Okay, so what you will have to do is you will have to write this quadratic equation, find its root lambda 1 and lambda 2, which may be real and distinct or real and or equal or complex roots. Okay, so you can get real or complex root in this. Next is third step. Step 3 says what? Consider the equations dy upon dx plus lambda 1 is equal to 0 and dy by dx plus lambda 2 is equal to 0. On solving this two equations, we have f1 of x comma y is equal to c1 and f2 of x comma y is equal to c2. Next, let us see. Take u is equal to f1 of x comma y, okay, and v is equal to f2 of x comma y. If lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2, then we get only one function, that will be u of f of x comma y. If both the roots, if I am getting the same thing, then it will have only one function, right? And we have to choose v in such a manner that it must be independent of u. Next is for this verify that Jacobian of u and v dou of u comma v upon dou of x comma y is not equal to 0. Okay, for that you all have to verify this Jacobians and it should be not equal to 0. Okay, step 5 is find p, q, r and s and t in terms of u and v. We have to find all this in terms of u and v. Okay, next is if lambda 1 and lambda 2 are complex conjugate. Okay, Then u is equal to alpha plus I beta, v is equal to alpha minus I beta, and functions of two new independent. Okay, suppose if I get the value of lambda and lambda to be the complex, okay, complex conjugates, then it will be of this form, okay, of two new independent variables. Sorry. So in such cases, find p, q, r, s and t in terms of alpha and beta. So in such cases, if you find, if you get your alpha 1, let's say lambda 1 and lambda 2 are complex, suppose if these values of lambda 1 and lambda 2 are complex conjugate, then you have to find this p, q, r, s in terms of alpha and beta only. Okay, next let us see. Step 6, what does it says? Substituting the values of P, Q, R, S and T is in given equation 1, we get the required canonical form. So with this, then I will be solving one example with you all. Reduce the equation tau square z upon tau x square is equal to x square into tau square z upon tau y square. Okay. The given equation is tau square z upon tau x square minus x square into tau square z upon tau y square is equal to 0. So what I have done over here is, I have taken this minus, I have taken this the other side, so it is first it was positive, so it will become negative. So minus x square tau square z upon tau y square is equal to 0. Okay. Now what is tau square z upon tau x square here? What is this particular part? This is nothing but r minus this is nothing but x square, okay, as it is, and this is t is equal to 0. I have given you all the classification of the second order PDE, okay, with two variables. So that is already given and explained to you all. Okay, next is, now take this as equation 1, okay, this particular thing, take it as equation 1. Secondly, what you all have to do is, you all have to compare it with the standard form. So you all have to compare this equation 1 with the standard form, so that you all should know whether this equation is parabolic, hyperbolic or elliptical. That you all have to find out. Okay. For that, what you all need to do is compare it with the standard form, this r into r plus s into s plus t plus f of x comma y comma z comma p comma q is equal to 0. We have, what is r over here? R is nothing but 1, right? What is r? Sorry. So this is r, okay. What is the coefficient of this here? 1 minus, okay. Now what is s? Is it there? No. So the value of s is 0. What is t? This is t, right? And what is this thing? X square. So minus x square, right? So lambda, sorry, t is equal to minus x square. Now to check whether it is parabolic, hyperbolic or elliptical, you all need to plug it the values, whatever values here it is there, you have to plug it in this. S square minus 4rt. What is your s? 0 minus, this is nothing but 4, r is 1 into, what is t? Minus x square. Now minus and minus, it will be plus 4 into x square, which is, this is positive, right? And it is greater than 0. So it is hyperbolic. So therefore the equation 1 is hyperbolic. Okay. Next is, okay, let me zoom it a bit so that you all can understand it very well. Okay. So the quadratic equation r lambda square plus s lambda plus t is equal to 0. Now what was r? The value of r was 1, right? So this quadratic equation will become what? This is what? This is lambda square, because the value of r is 1, minus, now this is s. No, the value of s was what? The value of s was 0, right? So then last is what? T. T is nothing but minus x square is equal to 0. So what I got? Lambda square, take it other side, you will get plus or minus x. Okay. Now, therefore, the roots are real and distinct. So, what roots are you all getting? You all are getting real and distinct roots, right? Now what you all need to do is next, okay, let lambda 1 is equal to x and lambda 2 is equal to minus x, okay. So, I have taken my lambda 1 to be x and lambda to be minus x. Now, to obtain the transformation u is equal to u of x comma y, okay, and v is equal to v of x comma y, consider the equation. So, I have to consider these two equations. dy by dx plus lambda 1 is equal to 0 and so this is dy by dx plus lambda 2 is equal to 0. Then substitute the value of lambda 1 and lambda 2 in these two equations. So dy by dx plus what is lambda 1 x, no, is equal to 0 and dy by dx what is lambda 2 minus x. Plug the value over here which any right equal to 0, okay, as per the equation. Next, I'll turn the page. So now what I got is dy is equal to minus x dx and dy is equal to x dx. So we have to integrate both these equations. So what we are going to get is y is equal to minus x square upon 2 plus c1 and y is equal to x square upon 2 plus c2, okay. If I put this value to the if I take this value to the other side, what I am going to get is y plus x square upon 2 is equal to c1 and y minus, okay, again I am taking this to the other side, so this one, okay. So this is positive right now, so if I take it other side it will become negative, it is going to become negative. So y minus x square upon 2 is equal to c2, okay. What is u? This y plus x square upon 2 and v I am taking it as y minus x square upon 2. Next what you will have to do is you will have to choose this xi and eta. What is xi? Xi is nothing but u is equal to y plus 1 upon 2 x square is equal to c1 and eta is equal to v is equal to y minus 1 upon 2 into x square is equal to c2. If I change the independent variable from x and y to xi and eta, so we are going to form a new coordinates, okay. Now these are the new coordinates. So what it is now? Xi x plus xi y, sorry, xi x comma xi y comma eta x comma eta y, xi x x, xi x y, xi y y, eta x x, eta x y, eta y y, okay. So we need to find out all this, right? Now what we have to do next? Okay, we need to find this. So what is xi x? It is what? Now this is, we have to differentiate with respect to x. So what we are going to get over here? So from here we are going to differentiate, right? What we are going to get is with respect to xi we are, it is xi, right? Xi we are differentiating it with respect to x. So it is 1 upon, okay, so it will be 2x square, sorry, it is 2x, it will become 2x upon 2, okay. So 2 will get cancelled, what is going to remain is nothing but x. So I got this from where? Yeah, over here. This is xi, no, differentiated with respect to x, so I will get 2x upon 2. So 2 will get cancelled like this and you will get x. So what is the value of xi is nothing but x. If you differentiate with respect to y, it will be 1, right? It will be 1. See. Next is what? Same way you will have to find this. This is what? Eta x with respect to x. If you differentiate, you will get minus x. Differentiate it with respect to y, you will get 1. Differentiate, double differentiation. So you will get what? 1 from here. And this is what? xy. Okay, so you will get 0 because this term is not there. So with respect to y, again it will be 0. Again, if you differentiate this, see I am differentiating this 1, this is constant, so it will be 0. Now minus 1, why? Minus 1 because I am differentiating with respect to x only, so it will become minus 1. So what is this? This will be 0 and this will be again 0 because of this. So to find P, Q, R and T in terms of U and V, what we need to do? What is your Ux? Now this is nothing but what, you know? This is nothing but P is equal to, okay? P is equal to this, okay? P is equal to Ux it is, okay? This is equal to what it is? U xi into xi x plus u eta into eta x. Now what is u xi, right? It is what is eta x? Eta x is nothing but x. Plug the value over here plus u into eta. This is what? Xi x, okay? So what is xi x? X plus u eta is what? U eta, write it as it is. Eta x is what? Minus x. So what it is? Okay, so that is minus. Okay, it is minus. It is. So what is eta x? Eta x is nothing but minus x. And this is minus. So it will be minus u eta into, plug the value of eta x over here, so that is minus x, so this minus and here x, okay. Next we need to find out the value of what is q. So basically this is q. Let me write down over here, okay, so that q is equal to, it is so this is q is equal to uy, which is, sorry, let me rub this part, okay. So uy is equal to u xi into xi y plus u eta into eta y. So what is u xi? U xi, write it as it is. What is xi in y? With respect to y, it is 1. Same eta with respect to 1, it is 1 only. So write u xi into 1, it is, so it will be nothing but u xi plus u eta into, this will be 1, right? The value of this is 1, okay. So this is nothing but what? Yeah, u eta only. So now u x's formula is what? U into xi into xi x square plus 2 twice u xi into eta xi x into eta x plus u eta into eta x, eta square x plus u xi into xi x plus u eta xx, okay. Now this is equal to what? Plug the value of, okay, right, u xi as it is. What is u x square? It was nothing but x square, right? Now minus twice the x square u. So after plugging all these values, you will have to plug all these values over here and you all will get this minus 2x square, okay, u xi into eta plus x square, u eta into eta plus u xi minus u eta, okay. Now next you all need to find what is u y y, okay. So it's equal to what it is? U xi, this is the formula of that. Plug all that values over here, you will get this. Therefore equation 1 will become what? What is the equation 1? Equation 1 was what? What was that equation 1? So equation 1 was nothing but what? R minus x square t is equal to 0. So you have to substitute all these values over here. So what is R over here? Write this. This is nothing but R. Okay. So the value of R, what I got? So here x square and x square is common. So I will take it outside and then this part I will write it as it is, remaining part. Plus u xi minus u eta. Okay. So this I have to write it here. What is R? I have taken x square common. Rest I have written it as it is. Plus u xi minus u eta. Next is what? Minus x square over here and write a value of t. What is t? T is nothing but this. Uyy, okay. So u xi plus 2 u xi into eta plus u eta into eta, okay. This I have written it over here, okay, is equal to 0. Then what I have to do is multiply x square with this, minus again minus 2 with this, and then plus 2y this. So I am going to cancel whatever is going to get cancelled. So let me cancel. First let me cancel these two terms. What it is? This and this. And this minus 2, it is not coming over here. Okay. It's not there. So now next term is going to cancel is this, minus and plus. So it will get cancelled. What is going to remain is this and this part, right? So minus this and minus this, what you are going to get? Yeah. So basically what I am going to get is minus you are adding it. So 2 plus 2 is 4 x square u xi into eta plus, right, whatever is remaining over here. This is equal to 0. Okay. Next, let me rub this part. Next is what? U xi into eta is equal to 1 upon 4x square. U xi minus u into eta. Okay. This write it as it is. Write this as it is. Get this the other side, and you will get this. Next, what you will have to do is u into xi eta is equal to 1 upon 4. What is x square? Nothing but xi minus eta, and write this as it is. U xi minus u eta. So with so this is the required canonical form. Okay. So finally we got what? Finally we found out the solution. We got it. I hope you have understood this canonical reducing the equation into canonical form. And thanks for watching.